A quickie. Hey, welcome back to the Off the Clock Show. Joined again with Shawn Gervais from OrbisX CRM and Marshall Hill from the Pints of Polishing Podcast and Hyper Clean Car Care Products. How you doing,
How was
man?
your trip?
Fucking amazing, honestly, amazing. I've never been to the West Coast, which was number one. Number two, I've never. When I think of vacation, I think of beach. I think of Caribbean. That's usually my go-to there, Mexico, something like that, But this was my first time spending twice as much as I would have going to the Caribbean for the same amount of time. And not having, I mean, there were beaches, but they weren't like, it wasn't the Caribbean. Let's just say that. But, so.
Yeah, you stayed in Canada, yeah?
Yeah, I did, eh? And, yeah, I know. It was, crazy enough, the flight was longer than if I went to Mexico, and twice the price. And I swear to God, we flew this airline called Porter Airlines. Oh my God, I will never fly Porter again in my life. It was our first time. We've heard a lot of things like, "Oh, I love Porter Airlines. Everybody flies Porter Airlines." It's garbage. I felt like my knees were like in my throat, like I was just in this cramped up little space. Didn't like it at all. My wife hated it too. Never doing it again. Never, never, never.
Was it like a cheaper air flight?
No, not really. It's
Like, because we have those here, like Spirit, Legion,
okay,
right? There's some of those. There was one, like, and you can take, I mean, hell, like
you can
back
get
in the
places
back in the
like
heyday of it, like you're talking, when I would travel around to the different places to do training, so this is 17, 18, 19, right? Like, you had to live off of Spirit Air. I mean, you
that
could
was
go
the
somewhere for
yeah.
$99
It's
out
like
of Tulsa. What do you, right? I mean,
and you didn't
I'm
a
at
package
SEMA
for that.
back and forth and $300. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
that's wild, man.
yeah,
Damn.
like
Mm.
that's both ways.
Yeah, no, I'm not here. So we have one called Flair, and it's a cheaper airline, but it's like everything's extra. If you want to bring a bag with you,
Well,
extra.
sure,
You
yeah.
want
Then they
like
charge you for the bags. You're right.
everything is
Yep,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yep.
yeah,
The
yeah.
Wi-Fi, the
Oh, you want
drinks.
water? Oh, that's
Yeah,
extra.
right.
It's like
That was the first
everything.
one. Yep, I learned that
Yeah,
one the hard way. I was like,
access to the
oh yeah, I'll take a
bathroom.
water. I was like, oh wait, how? Oh damn.
$8.
Uh,
Oh,
okay, shit.
yeah, it's wild, and
Mhm.
this is I would say kind of in the middle, but a lot of people fly or prefer Porter because they have a really good loyalty program. So if you fly with them often, then you do get some perks, you do get this and that. And one of their big like claims to fame is smaller planes. So you're on there with less people. Sometimes it's faster
But
flights.
don't you feel a little bit more like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it
mhm.
was brutal. Honestly, it was so small that even if you put your arm on the armrest and it's fully in your seat, that like your elbow was still at risk of the cart smashing because the carts would rub up against the armrest. Like it was a cramped plane. And I mean, that being said, though, Air Canada recently had a little situation there with one of our flights. So rest in peace to the
I think
pilots there.
in flight. I mean, here we're seeing the crazy part about. I guess ICE agents are now at airports because of the TSA and like, and so that we're just seeing these crazy long lines. And then I
Yes.
imagine jet fuel's about to take a skyrocket. Yeah, like
Oh yeah.
imagine the price of a flight's going to be.
Oh man, I can't even imagine. And I was thinking about that the other day because a buddy of mine bought a big boat, massive, massive boat. It's the first boat he ever bought in his life, and he's so excited for the season that's coming. And
Mhm.
I was like, "Fuck, I don't know, man. I have a funny feeling like it's that old story, the two best moments of every boat owner's life: the day you buy the boat and the day you sell the boat. Those are the two best moments." And I have a feeling he's gonna, because I can't even imagine. The
What's
guy
the
he
feel?
bought it from used to take it to the Caribbean from Montreal, and he said that his gas bill was like $60,000 going there and back. Craziness. Yeah. So it's I don't know. Yeah. To some people, I was like, it's lunch. It's a
Yeah,
Cobb
not
salad. Yeah, it's craziness. But yeah, man, trip was amazing. Funny enough, so I have two funny stories about getting there. So before anything actually happened, first one was, man, you start to feel your age at some point, And we had a huge snowstorm here. There was ice everywhere. I'm waiting. I dropped my truck off at the mechanic. He's fixing something with the air suspension. And so I go to take an Uber. I'm walking towards the Uber and I'm feeling great. I'm like, I'm about to go on vacation, see the West Coast for the first time. I'm walking with my coffee. It's bright and early in the morning. I'm just pumped to take on the day. Hadn't even had a sip yet. I'm walking towards the Uber, and this truck's backing up, almost backs up into the Uber, panics. He changes direction quickly, almost runs me over. So I step backwards to jump out of the way, hit the patch of ice. Holy shit, man. Next thing you know, I'm looking up at my feet. My coffee's in the air, brand new phone's in the air. Everything just falls on me. I'm covered in it. So I get in the Uber, I'm drenched in coffee. Bro, it was like a scene, man. I cut up my finger, like it was bad. I was bleeding. I get in the guy's car. I'm like I wrap my finger up in my jacket so I didn't get blood in his car. I'm talking to him, and he's like, "That's okay, man. It was time for cleaning, anyways." In the midst of it, I was like, "Oh, perfect. On the way to the airport, we're passing by my shop. When I'm done, swing in there, and they'll take care of you." So anyway, I'm pitching, always be selling. That's how my trip started. I get to the airport. We fly out. Boom. I get to the rental car place in Vancouver.
No
Man,
concussion? Like,
no
you
concussion.
good?
No, landed on my back fully on top of this like ice snow mountain thing. Yeah, it was brutal. That's how I started my trip. But you
Nobody
still
there to laugh at you? It was just you and the
oh
Uber guy?
no, 100%. George, my mechanic, he was there laughing, and it's family owned business. Him and his mom laughing at me as I hobbled away. Yeah. Okay, so there was some embarrassing moment, but hey, you know what? It's off the clock. Fuck it. Here we go. But yeah, it was an embarrassing start to the trip. But I get to Vancouver after that horrible flight, and I encountered quite possibly one of the best salespeople I've seen in a long time, man. Honest to God. And so I have insurance through my car. I have insurance for rental cars, and I still bought this guy's extra insurance. He was
Oh, that's the
oh
insurance you were talking
good.
about. Okay.
Yeah.
Rental car insurance.
Hmm.
Yeah, they do make it sound so like
Yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah,
Back in the same time when I was talking about we're getting the cheap air flights, they got me scared. And so I would just buy it every time I
yeah.
went. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And so I told the guy, I said, listen, I don't need it. I'm not gonna be driving crazy. I'm not gonna get in an accident, and I have coverage for most things through my car rental insurance. This fucking guy pulls out an 8 ball from underneath the counter. You remember those 8 balls? You shake it up and it tells. He pulls it out. He's like, well, since you know the future, I guess I won't need this thing anymore. That's how it started. I was like, this fucking guy. Then he starts going off and he's like, no, it's okay. I understand. A lot of people like you, they usually decline the insurance, and we see you guys back here, and then, unfortunately, you got to fix this and that and stuff. And I was like, listen, man, don't try your scare tactics with me and everything. Anyway, this guy goes and he said, listen, he says, I know you're booked in for this. What do you drive back home? And I was like, oh, I've got a Range Rover SVR. He's like, this car's not going to do. He says, but I tell you what, if we get you in this instead, it's going to be only this much more. And he's like throwing this out and this out. And he says, but, got to circle back to that insurance. You got a decision to make here, and he's like, you should really just take that insurance. Anyway, he went through this whole process with me, bro. The way he was talking, I can't even like explain it. When you come across a sales guy and you're like, that guy, he's trained himself up. You know what I mean? I swear to God, I would have given this guy a job, 100%. As I was telling you earlier, like he was so good, but he's in Vancouver, unfortunately. But I like that kind of stuff. But it had me thinking the whole week. And it was the fact that he made it like a fun experience, and it was just like funny, a lot of jokes, a lot of this and that. And
always wondered about those guys because you're right. Like I said, I
yeah,
just caved too. Like I've now like stood firm. And I'm like, no,
yeah,
like,
no, not doing it. Yeah. I'll take my
but
chances.
I also got out of rental cars and of course used Toro, right?
Yeah, they're
And
really good. Yeah, it's starting to get really
Turo's
popular here
pretty
too.
easy.
Yeah,
It is. I love the story though because if we are curious about how a really great salesman can talk, boy,
yeah.
they are very smooth. They
Oh
know what to
man,
say,
yeah,
they're trained by the gauntlet.
yeah, yeah. Like it,
I mean,
man,
it's it.
the people they see, the frequency of like, yeah,
Mhm.
and it's
I've
and
wondered though. My question has always
competitive.
been, what's their cut, right? Like, I wonder what
Mm,
their commission is on this. Like, so they seem
that's a
to
good
look like
question.
they do pretty good, but of course they don't want to look like you're doing too. Like, you can't be too
Yeah,
flashy.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
when
yeah,
you meet
yeah.
some of them, you're like, damn, man, I think you do pretty good here, don't you? You know, like,
Yeah, you can
you're
always
like,
tell because they usually look pretty fit, you know. So it's like
mm-hmm.
okay, so they take care of themselves that way, well dressed, you know, but not too over the top, you know. Like it's, yeah, yeah. They, I imagine that like probably off the rentals and stuff, they're not making anything really. But off
No,
the
just their hourly. But that's
insurance,
why they're always pushed to
add-ons,
get the upgrades.
yeah,
Upsell, right? Which
oh,
is
they're
like what you do.
huge.
Then the
Yeah,
team member gets a big chunk. It's a reason why they want to polish themselves so well. Right. I
yeah,
think there's a definite insight here. I hope people can see the insight on when you have a team member that makes a good chunk on a commission. Well,
yeah,
how excited they will be to go out and regularly try and sell it, right?
yeah.
However, most of us, when let's just be real, most of us, well, we believe that that team member should just do it. Like it should be part of their job.
Hmm.
Right?
No,
Like it
that's
is a
yeah,
belief. It is a belief.
that's a belief some
You
people
know,
have. Yeah, it's one I don't subscribe to because you need the incentive. You do, and the incentive isn't well. It's my job. Like it's no. It's got to be something that motivates them, and that's also I feel how you find the right people for that position to be pitching it because when they are incentivized, like I would rather hire someone that would take a smaller base or no base and just go pure commission because that I know that
you
guy
know
is
he's
going to
going to
be
be hungry, right?
oh big time, and he's going to stay hungry. He's going to stay in the
You make more money that way.
yeah, 100%. And then you also find out if the guy's a dud or not pretty quickly because it's like, Jesus, man, your numbers are low. Like, good for me. I didn't have to pay you much, you know? And yeah, but man, this guy was so good. But the biggest thing for me was it was those upsells. And it wasn't just the insurance. It was, what do you drive back home? And then he told me, he's like, you didn't fly all this way to drive that. He's like, let me show you what we got. He's like, we don't list them. We have a couple vehicles that we keep on the side for people like you that
What'd
come
you
in.
get?
So he was good. So first day he tried to put me in a G wagon at first. I got to be honest. I took a G wagon for a test drive the other day. I don't know. I don't get it. I honestly just don't get it. Like I don't see aside from the the prestige when you pull up somewhere. But like I don't care about all that. Honestly, horrible drive, and I felt like I was in a Kleenex box going down the road. But so he tried to put me in that at first, but he put me in a similar version to my current truck, and then on the last half of it, we had an Audi. What the hell was it? One of the SUVs. I didn't like that one as much, but I will say it was kind of fun to drive. I hated where they placed all the buttons and stuff. It just wasn't my cup of tea, but handled
Like a
really nice.
Q5?
Yeah, it was one of the Qs, but
Or is that
I
Infinity?
think so. It wasn't the large one, so it wasn't the 7. But yeah, I think it was a 5. But
Five, yeah. But
yeah,
they call them
but
Qs, right? Isn't it? It's Q5,
yeah,
isn't it?
it's the Q. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
definitely a Q. Yeah, yeah. But it was nice. It was just too small for me. Like I like boxy cars. Like my dream car when I was a kid was the LR. Like I like the LR7 and just or the LR4. Sorry, the like 7-seater. Like camping kind of looks like a tank. I don't know. That's just more my speed, you know. But that's why, like me, I do like Porsches, but I can't get behind the Cayenne. It's just too inside. Like I feel like I'm a taller guy. I'm a bigger guy. Like I need that space. I want yeah.
Yeah,
But man, it
rotors for
was
you.
yeah, it is. Yeah, I love it. Right now, I have another rental because I'm waiting on some back order damn suspension thing. Anyway, I'm in a Camry right now, and I want to kill myself. Like I swear to God, it's all they had Saturday when I went. Sunday. All the rental places here close at noon. Like what the heck? Wild. Anyway, I got a Camry for the next like 2 days. Oh, my God, I'm like 3 inches off the ground. It's getting out of that thing, Marshall. It takes me like 20 minutes to get out of the car. I swear to God, like it's horrible. Listen, I understand if someone's doing Uber or something, this is probably the car for that. I don't know. Maybe I'm spoiled now. Like I'm ruined. Like I can't. I could never go back. Like I just can't. But yeah, I'm a Rover guy. But I'm looking at this new one right now. Ooh, my God, it's beautiful. 2026, the SV. Man, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, yeah. But the only thing I don't like is the SV. They only have them in certain interior colors, and my wife really wanted tan, so that's not going to happen. But like I have red right now, the new one we're looking at, it's black and red for the interior, but I don't know. It's just not doing it for me. I want to change. Like like the truck is different, but if I'm gonna go from a black truck to a black truck again, and the interior is the same, I don't know. I want something different, something punchy. I don't know. Car shopping's fun though. I am enjoying the process, but yeah, we took the wagon right away. My wife, there's the bar that's on the passenger side, like where the airbag is. My wife was like, you're gonna have to buy me a new face at some point because if we get in one fender bender, that bar is going like right through my head. And she's like, she hated it. She absolutely hated it. Me, I didn't like a lot of things. The sunroof, this is tiny little thing. It's not even a sunroof. Can't call it that. It's like I don't know. It just, I don't know what the fuss is about. I guess it's just not my cup of tea. But yeah, Vancouver was wicked though. A lot of rain. It rained.
Who do we have over in Vancouver?
Um,
Do we have anybody?
who? I don't know anyone offhand. No,
How close is Dijon?
2 provinces over. So he's a little distance. He's
Okay, a little distant.
maybe like driving 6 hours at least, maybe more. Yeah, maybe even like it might even be a day drive, something like that. Some of those provinces, man, they're big. Like on the map, you're like, oh, that's not too bad.
You were like all the way the West Coast.
Yeah, I went like as far as we could go. It's right on the ocean, so I went like from here all the way right to I was downtown Vancouver, so I was about a 10-minute walk from
Good seafood, huh?
like, oh my god, the best. And we ate at one of those. Anytime we go to a city that has a revolving restaurant, we always like you have to. So we went there. Oh my god, some of the best food of my life. Yeah.
Have to, huh?
You have to.
They got something up in the sky that revolves. Hey, gotta go.
You gotta go. You have
Gotta
to
go.
go. You gotta go.
I've never heard that.
No,
No, you
that's-
don't have a road that was revolving, so you gotta go. Huh?
You gotta go. Yeah. That's it.
No, I never heard that. No,
No,
I
it's
didn't
cool,
know.
man. You get to you sit down in one place.
I do know. I've been
You
to
go
one,
around.
but I just didn't
can
know
see
you
the whole
had to
city.
go.
Yeah. You have to go, man. That's it. So we went because we had to go, and you know what? Some of the best food ever, man. But I will say this: really expensive, great food, so it's to be expected. But the best meal I actually had during the whole trip, I think, paid for the table. There was 9 of us, and it was only like $450, something like that. It was this Malaysian restaurant. I swear to God, it was the best food I had there the whole time we were there. It was just phenomenal.
Some mee
But,
goreng,
yeah,
some
I couldn't even
rambutan.
pronounce half the stuff. But me, I did. They had this. They called it the Solo Adventurer, and it was kind of like you get a little bit of kind of everything, And so I did that. Came on a banana leaf. Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
my favorite. So,
was
my
so
favorite
good.
restaurant in the world. I don't know if you know. I used to spend a lot of time in Malaysia. I used to.
Oh, shit, I didn't know.
So when I started my mobile detailing business, it was to be. Because you got to realize I was in the church at the same time. So my
Yeah.
plan was to be a modern day Paul. Have a business that allowed me to go overseas, and I did not want to take money from the church or money from right. Just same as Paul said, hey, rightfully for me to take from people, but I don't want to. Right? Like he wanted to work. So I did the same. So my business was to fund trips like that. And we would go to Malaysia and teach kids, and we'd use softball, basketball. I created what's called Rock Sports, a nonprofit, and that's the brand that we would go under. And we would teach kids how to play,
Holy shit, man.
and then we would have to write material to teach them that there was a God that did love them, that didn't hate them.
Yeah.
We won't go into the religion side of it, but it was just like it was. They were very, their mindset was very different. So we had to really go in and show them a lot of love and encourage them that life was okay. That
Yeah.
you can. So it was a lot of fun. So Malaysia,
Yeah, that's
absolutely
amazing.
love it. So inside of Malaysia is a place called Penang. Penang is a little island, and it is the tourist. It is, if you ever go to that side of the world, Penang's a must place go. It is. It's the place that when you're on the beach and you're using the restroom and there's a bunch of dogs barking and then you hear the dog go, "Rrr, rrr, rrr." You don't order the dog, all right? True story. True story.
Damn. Okay.
True story. But Penang is a wonderful place, and there they have a village, and this area that is called. It's just because a long time ago who settled it. There's a Georgetown, right? And so inside of Georgetown, there's this Indian restaurant that you sit down and they put the banana leaves,
Damn.
throw the
Oh,
rice, and you
yes.
eat your hands,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, man.
ice, the flavor, like
Oh my God.
ah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm here for it. And I'm a
Oh,
big fan of
absolutely.
pineapple. And so much stuff had like either pineapple or coconut and stuff like that. Oh my God. Yeah, it
Did
was
you
so
ever
good.
watch Mike, the Zimmerman guy that was like the crazy foods? Did you ever used to watch him?
I think is that the guy with he had like a red bandana? That guy?
No, he's a
No?
newer guy. That's a
Oh, okay.
YouTuber. That's
Oh,
a
before
newer.
this.
Zimmerman's a long time ago from like the Food Channel and stuff like that.
Oh shit.
But
Okay. Yeah.
he went there twice and tried to eat the fruit. And
Oh, okay. Yeah.
there's a certain fruit that it smells terrible and it
Oh, is that
tastes
that? Yeah.
yeah,
It's
and
the
it
one that smells
tastes
like a dead body or something,
yeah
right?
like a dirty diaper.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it tastes slimy, like and everything,
Yeah.
and it's terrible. He tried it twice, he couldn't eat it, but we had to. It was part of right. So inside of
Sure.
athletics, you remember there's always the rituals and initiations,
Of
and
course.
you can be hanging out with people, but until you do the things,
You're
then you
not
really
really
get
like.
initiated, right?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And
You're
so
not
that
in until you.
fruit
Yeah.
they
Oh.
gave it, and if we could, I could eat anything,
Ooh,
man. So I ate it,
damn.
and it's terrible. And so then when we would take new people back, we would always make them. Not
Make them
everybody
eat.
could do it, man. It's just this slimy,
Oh
like, and it
yeah.
has
The
it has a
texture, the
nut inside of
smell.
it, and then this like slimy, like, and you like,
Yeah.
and then it's
Oh my God.
how they think it's good. I don't know.
Yeah. So
What
so
is
it doesn't even like
enjoyable about it? I have
taste
no
good.
idea. Like,
Yeah. So like
yeah,
I know it smells bad, the texture's horrible, but like it doesn't even taste good. Like 'cause
no,
sometimes there's a food that's like that,
yeah.
but
There's
when
no
you eat it,
reason
it
to
tastes
eat
good.
this thing. Like, I have no idea unless they're like
Oh,
some amazing antioxidant or something. But it smells so bad they don't allow you to
horrible.
bring it into hotels.
Mm,
But they love it. It's a national fruit. Like
that's crazy.
it's
Yeah, I'm trying to
crazy.
remember the name of it because I did buy it here once. I went to the store TNT, and they had some there, and I was like, holy shit! It was on our bucket list of like crazy things to try. I brought it home, put it in the fridge. Like an hour later, we got rid of it. I was
Yeah.
like, no, we're not
No.
keeping this here.
Yeah.
The smell was horrible, and then when you touched it, yeah, it was. Anyway, it didn't last here. No.
As somebody who has been through, that side of my life, when
Yeah.
I see post and I sent you a post, I'll bring it into the detailing world. We chase that rabbit and I'll bring it full circle and go, as somebody who's had that a part of my life, when I see some competitor that puts
Mm.
out a picture of, holding hands and praying like
Yeah.
God's going to do something for their business,
Oh,
I just then as a marketer just go, really, man? You've tried all kinds of things, dude.
yeah.
Last week you were kissing your partner. Now you want to put out that you're praying about stuff and have somebody on that, you're not sure about your faith and how you can put your faith into bit.
Yeah. It,
Like,
it it's
huh?
a strange
What,
direction.
what people put out for marketing? This
Yeah.
is marketing we're talking about, guys. This isn't personal opinions. This isn't like,
Yeah.
what does somebody believe? That's not that. This is nothing. This is their business. And this is and
For the
how they are
marketing approach.
marketing their business.
Yeah.
It's very head scratching.
It is.
Very,
I've
very
been
head
wondering, like,
scratching.
what's the? I assume like some research must have been done before they put things
No, there's
together.
no research. Come on.
And
You give
that's
that guy
the,
way
that's
too
the only
much fucking
conclusion I
credit.
can come to. I agree that because like anything that you do, like everything's worth trying. We put out ads all the time, and they're not all winners, 100%. But that's how you find the winners. But we put some thought, and there's a reason behind everything. I don't know.
But where do you interject your faith and your religious beliefs in marketing, though? Like that is a very viable question for plenty of detailers that do put out, And there were
Yeah.
some that put out during not even just around Christianity, right? If they were Islamic belief, during their fasting.
Yeah.
There was people that you could see them put out, something that they would
For
say to their
Ramadan
other.
or something, yeah.
Not a judgment, guys. Don't listen. Please don't. It's not. If you're one of those people, it's not a judgment. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a belief system. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not even voicing an opinion here. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just asking the question. Should you put your religious beliefs out as something on social media and then have a business at the same time?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
It's
know.
it does go to that whole thing, like the whole like separation of church and state kind of thing. For me, I prefer sometimes you can look at things and I think people think it's inclusive, and so it's like, oh, if we do this for this group of people or something, it kind of it's their way of trying to like latch on to a community that already exists so they can build a community. I feel like that's what it is, and I feel that
Religion's
oftentimes
weird though, man. Some people are
it
so
is.
religious they won't use somebody that's not in their religion.
Yeah, that's true.
And or they'll not use somebody because of somebody's
Because
right.
of the
Like
yeah.
it's religion to
It's
me, I
true.
think is one of those we'd rather just not talk about it. We'd rather really not
Yeah.
know what you do, in
Yeah.
that part of your life. Let's just trade some finances here and trade a service. Like,
Exactly, yeah. The only thing that I would say we do that's close to like in the religious realm when it comes to our advertising is some of the holidays. We do things around some of the holidays that are,
sure,
you know,
sure.
that's as far as we kind of go. But like I did see a post. It's funny you say this today because I saw a
So is
post.
it marketing or is it just like Happy Easter?
So ours we do marketing for it though, but our approach is more because and it's we do it for any kind of holidays. We don't focus on one particular like religion or anything like that, but any kind of I would just say moments, any kind of moments throughout the year where people are going to be in their cars more often. So for us, it's the marketing approach is Christmas time, so you're going to be traveling to visit family, you're going to be
Oh,
in your car a
yeah,
lot,
of
that kind
course.
of stuff, But we don't go further than that, and there's good reason for it too because like my business partner is Lebanese and Muslim, and so it's like you wouldn't even know when you talk to him or when like you wouldn't know because especially like anything to do with ads or sales or anything like that.
This is a great lesson right there. Most of the people that you're going to talk to, you won't know, and you probably shouldn't
Yeah,
know, right?
yeah,
Like,
100%. And like in fact, he's even made a point of we need to make sure it's kind of like not hidden, but just not in the forefront because he said we don't want to become a shop that like ostracizes one group over the other
there's
and
the
people
word
making their choice on that.
ostracized. There's the word.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so while some people think it's oh this is the path to inclusiveness, it's actually often the other
Yeah.
direction, and there's like we've done things there's well right beside us actually there used to be a Filipino church literally attached to our shop like they every weekend they had massive gatherings and we would talk to them and we said well listen we're neighbors and that was how we did it so we have a neighbor discount for people of your congregation things like that and then sometimes if they needed extra parking spaces things like that we would move the cars over to one of the other side streets so we did things like that to kind of work with them but we didn't do like a oh here's our promotion for look at what we're doing for the Filipinos there was never anything like that it was more just we were a community because of proximity but we weren't going to use like we could have tried to maybe reach out to the other Filipino like sub communities nearby and been like hey we're celebrating this because our neighbors are Filipino like imagine that appropriation would have been like horrible and the chances of that backfiring on the business instead of helping the business would have been huge so I don't know we stay away from that kind of stuff and at the same time too like well I know why they're praying I know because their palate situation requires miracles from God but I think that you have a voice and you have a platform nowadays for your business and sometimes people just opt for the lazy and so you just whip something together and that's where my only conclusion is there's no thought behind this because they shouldn't have a shortage of content we're in the automotive industry for crying out loud there's a million things that we can talk about that are actually more pertinent and are going to do something more valuable for your business versus a shot of 5 or 6 hands reaching in. We're all praying together. Like I don't know. I just think it's not worth the potential downsides, and also I honestly don't see what the positive impact is for the business. Like that being said, though, I do know I used to work with a roofer when with our marketing company, and we used to do his marketing, and he was in, I want to say Tennessee. Is that Music City? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and there was a roofer there, very, very, very religious gentleman, and he advertised as such, and he was pushing very heavily, Christian discounts and all kinds of things like that. I don't know what his community looks like. I don't know the demographics there. I don't know, but it seemed to work out well for him.
That's a
But he
very
was,
heavy, yeah, no, that's a Bible
yeah,
Belt spot.
absolutely. But he was also heavily involved in the church as well. And so he was on TV all the time for the church and stuff like that. So
A
the
little
only reason
different.
I bring that up is that in some instances, someone might see that and get inspired and say, oh, maybe this will work for my business. But the difference is that I would say his business was actually a secondary part of his life. And he was 80% church, 20% business. And that's why it worked out. So sometimes people see something like that and they're like, oh, and they get inspired. But really, it's a
All right,
fine
so let's
line.
flip the coin here. Let's flip the
All right.
coin because there are plenty of listeners that do attend a
Yeah.
church.
Yeah.
Listen, a lot of my success early on, I attended church
Yeah.
far more than anybody else, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I was there multiple times a week.
Yeah.
So I knew a lot of people inside of that church. And
Yeah.
inside of that church, well, there was a lot of people with a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
There are at churches, a lot of people with a
Yeah.
lot of money. And it's
Really
not
good place to
scripture
connect with
to
people.
say cleanliness is next to godliness. It's more of like an Americanism,
Yeah.
but they believe it. So while we might not want to go put crosses all over our marketing advertisement, if you are somebody that goes to a church, there are plenty of people there that you can talk to.
Yeah.
Plenty. Plenty.
Yeah.
Just look. Just look at the
Yeah.
parking lot when you drive up. And trust me, they ain't giving 10%. They got enough left over for you to get their car cleaned.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. And they are likely the people that would want to keep their car clean regularly. I would say that 100% from my experience. But still, that goes back to the whole it's within your community where you're more church than business in that aspect. You know what I mean? Because when you're there, you're not, Marshall the business owner, you're Marshall the whatever position you have in that church. Or if you're just
Shawn,
going
right?
on.
You really enjoyed that that salesman that was selling you a rental car. Listen, man,
Yeah.
you're sitting at Sunday school. People, you can talk to some people, man. You can
Yeah.
start lining them up if you're good at it.
Oh, 100,000%.
100. Let's give me some
Yeah,
other
yeah.
Hunskies there. Let me get another Husky. I'm sitting in
Yeah.
Sunday school. I can start
Yeah,
talking to
yeah.
some people. You bet.
It's true, but putting that putting that on your social media and stuff,
There you
I
go.
think
Much
it's
different then, yeah? Face to
yeah,
face, chatting with
yeah,
somebody that you know or, right, get to know.
yeah.
Then we understand in sales, people will buy if they like you, if they know you, or they trust you.
It's true.
So inside of a small community like a church, you can begin to get people that might trust you. There's an easy way to get a sale.
Yeah,
It is
100%.
much
The
better
biggest,
than social media. You're right. Much better.
yeah, 1,000%. And that's where you got to understand your audience, like who you're talking to, and that's where it was actually this ties in with something I wanted to talk about today, which was I was watching something about crocodiles and lions and their different hunting strategies. And I was fascinated by it because first off, you and I both love animals already, but I'm fascinated by like they obviously don't do selling, but in a way they have to position themselves to hunt, in some form or fashion. And some animals hunt by actively pursuing something. Others just wait for,
Ambush.
ambush, exactly. And so there's a lot of overlap there in life in general. Like if I want to make more money. Well, there's two ways you can do it. You can try and just be present places where money might flow through, or you can actively, you could cold call, knock on doors, you could actively pursue your prey. So there's a lot of overlap with the animal kingdom, which I love, and I think that crocodiles are kind of overlooked because, like lion, we all like the chase, right? That's the exciting. It's like, oh, let's watch the lion take down a gazelle or something like that. That's exciting versus watching something just patiently waiting in the water, and then something comes and then jump out and grab them up. But it got me thinking about how we do our marketing, and we do a lot of active marketing is what I'll call it, where we're the ones pursuing prey. So it's kind of like lion marketing. We're out there and we're just hunting, chasing. But I started thinking about it, and I was looking at our lead sources, and I was going through OrbisX, and I'm looking at some of our, okay, where are we getting that's trending that if we put a little bit of attention here, it could go up. And I started to realize I was still thinking like a lion. And I was thinking, okay, how can we actively pursue these people? But yet what we were doing already was working. We just need to do it in a slightly different way. And it got me thinking about crocodiles and creating watering holes. And I was like, they just wait there, and they're not just sitting there. Like, I'm not saying sit in your shop and just like take a seat and watch a movie on Netflix and wait for customers to call you or something. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is you're still going to be doing active marketing, but doing it in a way where, for example, if you are a member of a church and you're going there, start to talk to more people and start creating a watering hole. So boom, now you have one watering hole there, and you're just planting seeds basically, and people will eventually say, oh yeah, I was just talking with Shawn last week, and oh, I didn't even know he's got a dealership and they do detailing and stuff. That's pretty cool. Oh really? Oh man, I've been looking for a place to get my car taken care of. Those little conversations will happen outside of your ads, outside of stuff you do on Facebook and social media. And if you start to identify other places you can set up watering holes, it starts to work out really well. So we're putting it to the test, and we've already started, which was nice. We had to wait for some nicer weather, because for our task that we're doing right now, creating these watering holes, it required us to be outside. So we took a car that's freshly detailed, looks beautiful, and we drove to a parking lot, and we went to two places in particular. So we wanted to avoid places where people are rushed for what this was, because if someone's rushed, they're going to not see what we were about to do. So what we did, we drove and we took a few different cars, and this was on purpose. So one of them was a Honda Civic. There's thousands of Honda Civics in that neighborhood. So we drove, and one of the places we went was outside of a gym, and that particular gym is right next to a pet store. So we were like, perfect. Honestly, the best location ever. We found a car that was similar but dirty, parked beside it, took a picture, printed it, put it on their door, and we said, we parked beside you on purpose. One of these two cars was detailed this week and the other wasn't. And then flip it over, had all our contact info and stuff like that. We started doing this, I think we're on day 13 now. So we started doing that. It has yielded, no joke, better conversions than all of our Facebook ads for the entire month. It's been, I hear a lot of people say, oh, when you put stuff on people's cars, they get pissed off and stuff. I don't know, man. Maybe there were some people that were pissed off. They didn't call us though, which is good. But it works a lot better than you think. And so we did 3 different things. That was one of them. The second one we did was sticky notes, and then we had little things written on them, and we just put that on there. We didn't put it on the actual body of the car, but what we put it on was the windows. So anyway, we've been trying this out and creating kind of little pockets that are nearby us. And the reason we chose that location in particular is because with the gym there, we're getting a certain type of crowd that we notice. And it's not one of those like, I don't know what you call them. Like we have these ones like Anytime Fitness, like $10 a month and stuff like that. I'm not talking those kind of gyms. So the gyms that we're targeting, there's like one of them is really high end. I think their cheapest membership is like $89 a month, something like that. And but this one has got, they have like 5 pools inside. It's like a
Wow,
facility, man. Yeah, they make their own smoothies on site. Like they have a whole smoothie
man.
bar, saunas, everything. Yeah, it's honestly, I don't know how they're obviously making money, but they have like 6 locations, and each one is just massive. I don't know what their overhead is, but it's anyway, they're making good money. But the clientele that go there, and the people that go there, you'd be surprised, Marshall. It's not people that have like Ferraris and stuff like that. They're like everyday people, but they want that luxury experience. They care about their body. Everyone that goes there is fit. All the cars are like decent. They're not old beaters, but they're not. They're cars people would want to take care of and preserve. These guys are buying it and riding out the entire length of the car, But that was the one spot. But right beside them is the pet store, and the pet store has been the highest converting one. And
Really?
it has. I was surprised too, but it's also a specialty pet store. So it's family owned, it's not a chain. And the big thing with them is the people that go in there, they're often members of both. But the big thing is we put stuff on there focusing on the like just pet hair removal. I know it's something that people hate doing, and a lot of people complain about it, and they would almost rather not take those customers. But the reality is there's a big market there with those customers in particular. And it's not that we want to become known as like, oh yeah, those guys, they're the pet hair guys. Like that's not the goal. But the reality is that those people oftentimes, there's 2 different types. There's people that they don't care. They're like, yeah, my
You got
dogs.
to be known for something, right? I mean, there's so many. Let's just say the main majority of business in auto detailing is the crocodile. We
Yeah,
actively wait for people to call, and then
yeah.
we try and sell them a detail. I mean, that is
That is
that's
the
what
bulk of it.
90. I
Yeah,
mean, that is. I mean, 90 might be high, but fuck, call it 70. I don't know, whatever. I don't know the percentage, but that's what most of us do. We don't maintain customers. We wait for the next person. Now, if you're in a shop and you're into OrbisX, well, you probably maintain customers and you have a way of doing it. I'm talking about the average, right? The average in the industry, the average person that uses a coating by guys that love to kiss each other and pray, right? Like the average person,
were they praying for forgiveness?
maybe.
Maybe.
The average person though, right? Like
Yeah,
including them, right?
yeah,
They don't maintain customers.
yeah,
They wait for the next, right? Like,
yeah,
so that alligator analogy is very good because it you create the idea of what you're saying, create the watering hole, create the place. Now the alligators didn't create it, but we can. We can
yeah.
create a moment.
Exactly.
And one way to create that moment and the moment I'm talking about and the watering hole, let's think about it, is the same as I had a bolt in my tire and I had to go down. I had to find, so I'm here. I just go, listen, I got to get this handled. I pull up Apple Maps, tire shop near me, right? Start calling around.
Easy. Yeah.
So trust me, I get the moment. I understand. Now I talked to one lady. These people didn't answer. I got one call back, and I went to a guy down the street, and I walk in, and I'm like, okay, I could see myself coming back, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay, I can see this, right? So the moment is in a moment of when you need something, who's available and how can you get it? Okay, so I get it. Right, the other part that you were saying is the attack, right? Like, okay, I'm not just waiting, which I say your analogy is we got to be both. We got to create the pool. We got to be the alligator, but at the same time, we also got to get out of the water and go attack, right? Like, we got to go find people to come into our pool. Look at your WhatsApp. I sent you a
Yeah, I
text.
did.
That's what I was looking at while you were talking. I kept digging through my phone. I kept trying to find it, so I apologize. I was looking away for so long, but it was a marketing piece. That I'm still the old school guy that, well, when we're not in a fight, I will open the door for my wife
Yeah.
right? And I'm that guy, right? Like, so this is on the passenger side.
Ah.
We're in our garage. I'm going to go open her door, and I do the whoa, like,
What is that?
whoa,
Yeah.
what was that?
Yeah.
She had never seen it. She didn't know when it came. Like,
No.
I had to try and start walking her through of like, okay, when did I see the car? When it like maybe where was it put on? Because I was really trying to tee up this moment to go. This guy put it on at such and such place, guys. You know, hey, go to right. I can't do that for you. I can't because she couldn't figure out where somebody put it on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I put it on the passenger side.
Jesus. Yeah. It's like where someone gets so close to the perfect execution, and then they just like.
Well, what do you think was on the back? Right, you got all hands on
Yeah.
mobile detailing. We got a picture of a plane, a car, and a boat. The People's Company. And then they list a phone number.
Yeah.
Well, I picked this up out of the wiper. The first thing you do by instinct,
Flip it over. Yeah.
the asshole was too cheap to do double
No.
printing.
No. It was blank?
Blank.
You're joking me.
So they walked around
Oh.
just all hands mobile detailing, picture of a plane, blah, blah, blah. Here's my number.
God.
And I said, man,
You know?
all that effort, look at everything they put into it, and
That's
I'm only gonna call you if I'm thinking all hands detail. I don't. There's no what. Why am I calling you, bro?
Yeah, what am I
Let's
calling
use
you
the
for?
bro. Bro. Hey, bro. Right?
Yeah. Like, so you're just what supposed to hang on to that for what? Like it? There's got to be some kind of hook. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up because I mentioned creating these watering holes, and the whole goal is so with the pet hair people, we're offering them to come on in and we'll clean it for free. The pet hair part, right? We'll clean that for free.
You the discount guy. Use
No,
that
fine.
way. I love it.
Oh, I love it so much because my whole thing is try us out, right? Because I'm convinced it's for me. I'm the samples guy. I'm the Costco. You're walking down the aisle. Here's a sample. Baskin Robbins. Oh, would you like to try this flavor or that flavor? I'm the samples.
You're the guy that stops at those places, aren't you?
You have to, Marshall. You have to. It's like it's the revolving restaurant.
Oh, you
have
don't,
to.
Shawn.
So the reason, the reason I love the sample side is first off, throughout my entire sales career, it's been very effective, and the reason it's not so much because like there's no other way to bring in customers. That's not it at all. What it is I am so confident in our upsell process that I just need them to come in for a little taste.
We gotta just say what it is. There is, and I'll be very, very open. One of the early people I hired, I knew he sold drugs. I knew. Like, people told me they bought from him. So that's why I hired him as a salesman.
Hell yeah.
Right? Like,
this guy's gonna go places.
and he did.
And
He started landing stuff. I mean, it was a great, like, it was wonderful. It really worked out. It did.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? In another way, you were also saving him, right? From the
My point is, there's a sales and marketing avenue that is viable if we can take into the moment of the drug dealer. Hey man, just take a little bit of this. Give me a shot.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Yeah.
here, just grab it. Like, that is viable. Like,
Yeah.
it is viable. Although, say, Shawn, like I've said, you got a lot of flies. You got to figure out why you attracted a lot of flies, right?
100%.
Like,
but here's the thing.
there's a lot of flies that come with discounts.
Oh, big time. But as much as you have to be good at selling, you also have to be good at profiling. So you've got to profile customers when they come in, because sometimes too, you could have someone that looks like they have their shit together. Nice car, this and that. There's one guy, we fired him as a client. He had 6, 7 cars, something like that. And every time he came in, he made staff feel uncomfortable. Every time. Sometimes in front of customers, he would say something like, "Oh yeah, you're driving a Porsche. You know what they say about guys with Porsches, huh? Little dicks." Like he would just, and it's like, dude, you can't talk to customers like that. Like you don't work here. You're not like, what are you doing? You know, you're just another customer. And so anyway, he was a nut job. We had to fire him, but well dressed. He had nice cars, and you would have thought like, oh, that's the ideal customer. Yeah, he's gonna be perfect for us. Post on the gram and all kinds of stuff. He was a dickhead. And anyway, you wouldn't have known. But you have to be good figuring out. But you got to get them in the door. Like you got to have a conversation. If we're going and just plastering, a parking lot, something like that, the only thing we have to go on is the cars that are there. So we got to get people in, then through a conversation with them. That's where
Yeah.
But
Why am I going to call? What's
That guy,
going to
you're
make
not
me
calling.
pick up the phone and call this guy?
There's no offer, no hook, no nothing, zero reason. To be honest, also, even the side that he did print, which first off, printing double-sided, it's not much more money. It's peanuts. It really is. And you're already going that far to print something.
All right, here we go. Let's go. You and me. What would you put on the back? Right?
Something. No. Sorry.
I'll go. Since I threw it out, I'll go. That way I don't be I'll piggyback you. What I'm not doing is I'm not putting my packages. I'm not putting my packages on there, in my opinion. Right? Now, Shawn might put a package in at a discount. I get it. But I'm not putting the package. I'm going to put something, and I probably would, I would put something on the other side that would catch their attention, not in, and then I wouldn't even have this all hands detailing. I wouldn't have it on what people see. I would have something like, I saw your car, and this is what I thought,
Yeah.
wow.
You need something to draw them in and interrupt.
Yeah, something to just make them go,
logo's
wait,
way
what?
too big,
Like,
and it's not.
huh?
Yeah.
What'd you say? And then I'm going to flip it over. Everybody's going to flip it over. And then instead
100%,
of
the
just
first thing
having
they're
my
gonna do.
logo, right? Because that's what it is. It's his logo. And then it's just a couple just generic. Guys, these aren't even like, these aren't even like very,
Yeah.
these are things I used in 2002.
Yeah.
Right? These are very old, and I'm not hating on them. There's still plenty of websites that they use them because they're very good images. People understand, okay, that's a plane, it's a car, it's a boat. I get it. But we're talking marketing here.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't my website. Marketing is different than a website. This is something that's going, and you're walking around and putting it on people's cars. I don't need to know about a boat at this point. You're
true.
right.
Yeah.
They might have a plane. They might. But you stuck it on a Nissan.
Yeah. Like,
Bruh,
the odds there are.
let me go back to bro guy. Right?
Yeah,
Because we're 2026, so I'll stay on that lingo. Bro, what the fuck are you doing? Bro.
Yeah.
Don't put a plane image and then
man.
stick it on a Nissan. My wife's driving a Nissan Rogue. Like the Rogue.
Yeah.
Big fan of we call it the Neymar button. About to go to Kansas City this weekend. And listen, I'm excited to get on that turnpike and press the Neymar button because I won't pay attention for anything. Half the time, I might borderline asleep. Don't joke. I've fallen asleep plenty of times.
Shit.
I am that guy. I love my Nissan, my wife's Nissan. But we do not have a yacht that looks like that.
Yeah.
And we do not have a plane. So I don't care.
Yeah.
You just wasted your time and then you put it on my car that I have to throw it away.
Yep.
So as I was saying to you earlier before the episode when we were doing some shit and I was like, fuck, like, this is what happens when you just go throw something on a car and it means nothing for my car. I go, fuck you, all hands on detailing, and I throw it on the ground.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
It's true.
You wasted your time, you wasted your money, and you created an enemy. So if you're going to go around to a parking lot, do something that grabs my attention, and then don't just throw your damn logo in some fucking like plain car boat.
Yeah.
Give me something, my guy. Like,
True.
come on,
Yeah,
give me
yeah.
something that makes me want to call you.
It's true. So here's what I would do. Okay. First off, I'll just throw my criticisms too on a few things that I noticed there. Number one, black card, wrong way to go. The majority of places you're going to put the card are going to be black plastic or vinyl or
Why
something
my
like
wife never saw it?
that. So,
She has
exactly.
no idea where.
It just blended right in. Exactly. There's a reason why parking tickets look the way they do, right? So you got to get in that mentality. Number
Go
one.
back to, remember we talked caution?
Yeah, exactly.
Go bright
Exactly.
yellow.
Yep, exactly. That's the way to go. You're already paying for color because the card stock isn't black. The card stock is white. So you're paying for color already. Do it correctly, right? And a smart way to do this is if you use AI, use Luna, and be like, hey, here's how I've designed my cards. Don't be nice to me. I need genuine criticism. What's wrong with what I'm about to do? And it's going to give you genuine feedback. If you just talk to AI and say, hey, I'm looking to do some marketing, AI is trained to be your friend and your champion. That's what it is. If you tell it, though, for this conversation, don't be my friend. Like, I need you to give me some harsh truth, tell me the truth. What do you think of this? What do you think of that? Simplicity is always best. This guy didn't even really have text on there at all. Like, he just had his phone number. So it's like, what the hell is that? What am I supposed to do with that? There's the phone
Only
number.
if you need it, I'm calling.
Yes.
Well, what do I
Exactly.
need?
Yeah.
All you showed me was an
Like,
image of a fucking plane, a boat, and a car. What do I need? I don't know what all hands on detailing is.
yeah, exactly. It's like, what does that even mean? Like, maybe.
Does detailing, do I need a detail?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if I need a detail. What's a detail?
Yeah, exactly. Because he needs you to buy a detail, but you need a clean car. You need pet hair removed, so on and so forth. So the cards.
I don't know
that
what I
we-
need.
Well, it's true. Yeah, yeah. You're right. So here's a good case in point. We first off never just pepper an area with one type of card. It's not a universal one size fits all. Get a few different ones printed because number one, you can A/B test and see what ones are getting the best response. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, not every customer has the same problems. That's the reality. I'll say it again. Not every customer has the same problems, meaning that your same solution that you're putting there, I mean, he didn't even put one on there, but you have to make it unique. So here's one example that we did at the pet store. It was really simple, and we did the same thing. On the front is where we put our actual message to generate the curiosity, and then on the back is where we put, contact details, the call to action, so on and so forth. But what we put on the front part, the part that they see, said pet hair 1, your interior 0. That was it. That was it. We didn't need anything more than that. That was one card. Another card, I don't know if they do this, maybe they do it in your city, I'm not sure. But here, a lot of people get vanity plates. And I'm not talking vanity plates where it's
PLP,
like,
we call them personal license plates.
okay, yeah,
So
so
inside the HyperClean Specialist Group, we actually love to take photos of
Ah.
people with PLPs, and we post them inside the specialist group so we can laugh at these
Yeah.
people that create these really crazy little PLPs. It's a lot of fun. It's a great
oh yeah,
game.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. My daughter's ex-boyfriend, his dad has a Tesla, and his license plate said needs a charge. I was like, Jesus. Of course, Tesla driver.
Teslas are right?
Yeah.
You could definitely go into, and Teslas are the number one. No gas, right? Like
Yeah.
they
100%.
love to do that stuff.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Every Cybertruck I see here, that they all, yeah. It's a thing. But there's those ones where you can personalize the letters. But I'm sure you have the same thing where you can upgrade and you can get like the local sports team or something like that as like the background or whatever. Here, what we do is you can get like our NHL team, the Sens. You can get the Sens logo in the middle of your license plate if you want.
All right, so I know you're going somewhere, and I apologize. I'm hijacking,
Okay.
but I just had a moment, and I go, listen, I know some people are going to go, all right, I want to create this pool that you guys are talking about. But let's be realistic, Shawn. I can't go create a Facebook group. I can't go create something like that. That's all. It's right when they call like like it's all done. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing more you can create that suddenly somebody's gonna come into. Is my point, right? It's maxed out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right? What isn't that like maxed out's the word? There's some
Yeah.
word, right? Like when there's no reason to go suddenly. Maybe 5 years ago, 7, 8 years ago, you could create a Facebook group, and then suddenly all these people would come into.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Like this guy did a lot of work. I know there's a lot of people that can go, all right, don't do that. I wonder a way that you can create your pool is to just go join in to other alligators' pools. Gators, if you watch them in the environment, they don't eat the ones that are similar to them in size. It's too much of a challenge. They'll actually only go eat the small babies, right? Like, and you'll see like maybe a teenager here and there, right? But for the most part, if you can go hang out on a big pool, you got a bunch of gators there hanging out by themselves, right? Like you see them, bunch of fucking big ass gators.
Yeah.
Fucking go hang out with the other gators guy. Like, just go into the. I shared the story of the Mercedes of Oklahoma group. Every single car club in your city has a group.
Yeah.
Then your foodie groups, anything that you are interested about, there's gonna be a group. So go be a gator in that group. And what does that mean? You have to be active. Don't be the asshole. Don't be the detailer asshole that wants to tell everybody everything and don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Be like you. You're probably a pretty cool guy. You probably think you're a pretty decent person. And I bet you when you talk to your customers, maybe they smile too, and you smile at them, and right, like you have a good okay, just be that person. Just hang out inside the group. Like you can regularly go in and leave really cool comments, and in 6 months,
That's the trick. That's when then now you start
you're in the pool.
introducing some stuff because you're now in the circle.
You're in the pool,
Exactly.
but you have to be in the pool. You can't 3 days into it start lobbing your sales pitch.
Hammering them with stuff. Yeah, yeah.
You can't.
Yeah,
You
it's the
got to be in the
fastest way.
pool.
They're not going to trust you, and then it's like what you were saying when you were overseas and you were teaching these kids and stuff. Imagine if day one you just hit them with everything. They wouldn't trust you. They wouldn't talk to you. They wouldn't believe anything you said. But you befriend them, ask them what they're interested in. Oh, why do you do this like this? Or like, oh, that's cool. Like, what do you plan to be when you grow up? Like, whatever it is. I don't know what the approach was, but you befriend them.
No, the approach was just.
It was just hammer.
Well, I mean, I was with the missionary and with some other. So in Malaysia, there's a strict racism of Chinese to local Malays. And the Christians would only talk to the Asians. I walked out onto this Muslim softball field. I just watched the kids play.
Damn.
And then they eventually asked me if I wanted to play too. So I just played with the kids.
There you go.
Turns out the white guy who played college baseball can hit a softball thrown by a Malay student, right?
Yeah.
Turns out I could actually do some stuff, and it was pretty cool. So then I just showed up and regularly worked with them. Yeah. I became part of their group. I became part of the pool.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's funny. It works. It really does work. Like that's what I've done with Auto World, even OrbisX. That was the same thing. Like join the community. I helped out so many people in the beginning, just giving them tips, tricks, mentorship, like whatever. But also asking questions. Like, hey, I have a shop too. Like, what do you do at your shop? Like, here's what we're doing at ours. This is what's working for us. But I didn't take the approach of like, oh fuck, I know everything. I know what's best. Like it's this is what we're doing and it's working, and maybe you could try that. But also like, hey, what are you guys doing? There's always an opportunity to exchange ideas and just talk with people. But by being part of that community, things just built up over time. But imagine now if I just joined and straight away was like, I see posts like that all the time from people. They're like, even people that are like, oh yeah, I'm building this fucking system and it's gonna replace this and that and stuff, and like you know, the first 50 people that join, it's
Come
like,
look
yo,
at me, I'm the
guys.
best.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Like, who are you, bro? Like, it's not a good approach. And if you do the same thing in those groups, like, you're gonna come across as just that pompous asshole that, like, oh, that guy, yeah, Mr. Know-it-all, he knows everything, you know? Like, you'd be surprised. Some of those groups, like, finding out why they do something a certain way, like maybe they, oh yeah, I actually do this with my mats or something, and it's, oh cool, why do you do that? You know, like finding out stuff. You might find some similarities with people, and it'll help you adjust your marketing approach when the time does come. But it's that whole thing. The gators, they don't just every animal that walks by they lunge at. They lie waiting, and they're in the pool, and they wait for that perfect moment, and that's what you got to do ultimately. So it's yeah, but yeah, and I got to touch on the discount thing as well, guys. If you do decide to create your own pool and make some cards, I am a huge fan of discounts. But how I do it is not. Don't do like, oh, 10% off, 20% off, this and that. That's just wrong approach. Wrong approach. Customer doesn't even know how that translates into real, like, what am I actually saving? What's it going to cost me? And they are thinking, if I'm a customer and I see 20% off, I'm thinking, oh, you've just marked up your prices 20% knowing that you're going to do this. There's all kind of thoughts go through a customer's head. Instead, what I do is I do give a discount by saying something like, this time of year, for example, I know a lot of people are concerned about the salt that's left in their car from winter. So we say free salt removal, for example. So it sounds like, holy shit, free salt removal, amazing. Well, it's just part of the package that we're selling. It's included. But it sounds like, oh shit, they're giving me something for free. And then they show up and it's like, yeah, what's the price for it? Da da da. And I have this card, you know, it says I could get free salt removal. It's like, yeah, you absolutely can. And our package is 165 and it'll cover this, this, this. And don't worry, we didn't forget about the free salt removal that you're going to have. It was already part of the thing. It's just built in that way. So it's a discount, but not a discount. But it's our way of just give them something, get them to come try us out, and then hit them with.
So if we wanna figure out what's best for us, the way we do it is we go into OrbisX and we ask Luna, hey Luna,
100%.
how do I do this? Like
Yeah.
what's a let's talk through it. I think that's the best. Like just
really
ask
is.
that question, and
Yeah.
if I'm needing to know where Luna is, maybe there will eventually be a little logo at the bottom that has a L or a picture of. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it has something, right? Instead of a little plus,
Yeah.
maybe people will know.
I
Like,
had it
hey,
there separately, and a lot of people have big fingers apparently, and they were saying, you know, sometimes they're going to click on other things and they click on that by mistake. So, you know, I'll come up with
maybe up at
a
the top.
location.
I mean, we need some. I mean,
Yeah,
Luna's our bitch.
yeah, it's true. So
We need to
that's what
buy
I
her
should do.
side, man. Like,
I'll put a logo at the top that's just a big B. Where's my
yeah,
pitch?
L for Luna, not B
Yeah,
for bitch. She's our bitch. We don't call her a bitch, right? Like, if she's your bitch, you don't go bitch. You go,
yeah,
man,
yeah.
she's my bitch. Like,
You call her sweetheart.
yeah, there you go.
Jesus, yeah. So okay, we'll make that more prominent, and then that way it'll help. But for now, click the plus sign, and then just click Luna. That's it. So 2 steps, and you're good to go. But it's a necessary step you got to take. Let's just put it that way. And that's where, you know, like, guys, take these ideas, run with them, man. Create your pool, but don't forget, be the lion and the crocodile. You got to be both. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there, because yeah, marketing's fun though. Have some fun with it. Do some stuff. Oh, last thing I'll say before we go. Someone had asked me, so I gotta mention this. Someone asked me about how to go about asking about reviews, because they found that them just saying like, hey, don't forget, like, leave us a review or something like that. They felt like it was just kind of like begging and stuff. They wanted a cool, clever way to do it, but they also know that Google frowns on paying for reviews. So I told them, I said, don't advertise that, like, yeah, leave us a review, we'll take this percent off or something like that. Don't do that kind of stuff. But instead, just create fun, memorable moments. So one thing that we do is we often find change in customers' cars, and I'm sure you do as well. And so we have little notes that we leave, and it'll say, "We found, you know, $1.35 in your car, but we're keeping it." And then we'll say, "Just kidding, it's in your cup holder." And then we put it in the cup holder. But those little funny moments oftentimes show up in our Google reviews, and so we know it's working. Where we create that funny moment, and then when we prompt them through OrbisX to say, "Hey, leave us a review if you enjoyed your service," yada yada. When they get that message, they have that memory in their head. They're like, oh man, those guys were funny or something, that whatever it was that happened. They leave a review more times than not, and that's how we got over 1,500. Was just create those little moments with the customers, something that makes you stand out. That's not just you doing your job. Just do that little extra, and that's really the secret sauce. And then let OrbisX do its thing and ask your customer for reviews, and that's it. Yeah. That's the magic sauce. There's nothing else. So yeah. Anyways, cool. Well, man, I'm good. It's good to be back. I missed you. A little, but yeah.
I mean, Shawn, you didn't miss me enough to make me not talk about America baseball dominating.
Yeah.
Dominating. Let's
We
go. How
almost
many
made
people
it
last
to the-
week sent me messages about American baseball dominating over Canadian baseball? And I was like, yeah, I couldn't talk about it. Shawn wasn't there.
Yeah.
But if you waited until an hour and 10 minutes in,
Then there
listen,
you
that
go.
goose
Get
has landed, crash landed
Crash
with the
landed.
eagle on
That's bad.
top.
That's bad timing. Like, crash landed. Yeah, fair. Yeah. But
That American eagle is now dominating the
yeah,
goose.
yeah. For now, we'll win the war. You may win the battles, but we'll win the war.
Also, odd thing to say in this moment.
Ah, fair. Yeah, that's true. Damn.
I
Yeah,
ought to get off of here.
yeah, before it gets to, I'm gonna go make some religious posts and publish them. So, damn, we almost made it to the end, man. I was wondering too. I was like, I don't think he remembers. I don't think he remembers because, yeah, you sent. Yeah, it's like it's a post-it note on your fucking laptop, bro. You bastard. It is. Yeah, fuck. I knew it. Oh man, Jesus. Well, good to be back in a way, and not good at the same time. But appreciate you as always, man. Guys, don't forget, check out Pints of Policy podcast as well, and stay tuned for some new updates that's coming as well. I'll keep it a secret for now. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week, and yeah, appreciate you as always. All right, man. Cheers. I'm gonna go practice my swing. I'll join the team next year. Yeah, stop. I'll see you next week. Cheers.